The following program is sponsored by Compass Real Estate.
This is one of our favorite rooms.
I love it. Coming up on Loveable Listings, sold on Whidbey Island.
The tile on there is cool. I've never seen that before.
A couple buys a house with a lot of charm while managing to save its historic value. Plus,
just a beautiful scenic spot, but the thing about Lummi Island is it's very private.
A lovable listing on Lummi Island. Wait till you hear how much this home fetched for.
Anytime you can keep original floors, it's amazing.
And these HGTV sisters give us tips on how to renovate your floors, even though they disagree a bit.
Are you gonna argue?
No!
You don't want to miss it. That's all coming up on Loveable Listings.
Welcome to Loveable Listings, everyone. Hi, I'm Erin Mayovsky.
And I'm Gaard Swanson. We are starting off with a lovable listing in one of my favorite spots in the Pacific Northwest. Whidbey Island is just a short ferry ride from Seattle, but sometimes it feels like a world away.
It so does. The views, the shops, and the charm make it hard to beat. And that's exactly why one couple purchased a perfect lovable listing there, all thanks to the help of Compass broker Melene Thompson.
Some say it's a ferry ride to heaven. Whidbey Island, a gem in the Pacific Northwest. It's cozy, comfortable, with an incredible community. Compass broker Melene Thompson, who's lived here for decades, knows the beauty of the island, especially Oak Harbor.
Funny thing is, it's a lot like being in the big city without being in a big city. We've got all the major stores, you can grocery shopping. You've also got all the waterfront properties. We have public access to the waterfront all the way around the island. Oak Harbor being one of, I think we have 4 parks here.
Whidbey Island is loaded with incredible homes in all different price points. For Gary and Teresa Gillespie, buying on the island was an easy decision with the help of Melene.
When we decided to move from Kirkland 2 years ago, we thought it would take maybe 6 months to find the right house. The first house that we looked at, we saw, because it impressed Teresa, she had a craftsman cottage like this before, and it looked ideal.
When Gary and Teresa moved into their 1928 Tudor revival, the home was not in great shape. So they went to work, knowing they had a diamond in the rough.
It's just got beautiful lines. It's just got a homey feel inside. We love this style. The hardwood floors, really nice layout. And again, we weren't expecting to buy the first house we saw, but when it hits you and you realize this is it, it's like you don't want to waste time.
The couple got busy transforming the landscaping into an Italian garden space, but it was also this gorgeous tree that helped them feel at home.
This part of Oak Harbor has the endangered Gary oak trees, which only grow in the San Juan Islands, Victoria, and here. It needs very specific conditions, so it's warm, it's on a southern exposure, and it's protected by the Gary Oak Society, so we can't do any pruning or anything unless we get permission. So it's a 400-year-old trophy tree, and we love gardening, so we're just pleased that we can be its caretaker.
They were so focused on wanting this home, and the reason they wanted it was because of the character of the home, and the fact that it was historic, and the fact that it has that beautiful tree. And then they had this vision of how they wanted to make it better. And obviously now they've accomplished that. Garden here is gorgeous. When they bought it, not so much.
With the garden looking gorgeous, it was time to tackle the inside of this 3,400 square foot jewel. They changed all the wiring and the plumbing, painted the walls while keeping the integrity of the history.
So let me show you this room. This is one of our favorite rooms.
I love it.
Yes, it's got the hardwood floors, 1928 Tudor Revival home that we've tried to restore the historicity of it, and we absolutely love the views, the warm feeling, and it's just a cozy retirement house, and we absolutely love it.
Let me ask you about the fireplace over there. I mean, the tile on there is cool. I've never seen that before, and I've seen a lot of homes.
Yeah, we were reading in the Wall Street Journal about this Art Deco type of tile from the 1920s called Batch Elder, and we started realizing that we have that tile.
Wow.
And they didn't tell us this when we bought the house, and so now it's another thing that we treasure.
Is it expensive if you had to kind of replace it?
Yes, it's each little tile is $50 in
$50 for one tile, one tiny piece?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a neat thing to have, just another artifact in the house that we enjoy.
I do know my clients, and I love listening to what their needs are. And very specifically at this home, we have a water view, which was important, easily walkable distances to buying groceries, getting food, getting coffees and bagels and so on, all within walking distance. It's all right here.
This historic masterpiece is now music to their ears, especially with their brand new main bathroom. Guys, you know what I really like is the subway tile all the way to the ceiling and then goes all the way into the shower too. I love it.
I wanted to have an arch on the shower because it would match arches that are elsewhere in the house.
Yeah.
And our tile guy did a fantastic job.
And this looks vintage right here, Teresa.
Yeah, so we found this a cabinet in an antique store in Cedar Woolley, and then our plumber was able to put the sink in, and it fits. I mean, this is a unique bathroom. You want a unique vanity.
What's the old saying? You start and end your day in your bathroom? I don't want to leave here. This is a nice spot here.
Especially when the tiles are heated. So
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
Oak Harbor and Whidbey Island, a fantastic place to make a home. And for the Gillespies, they could not have done it without the professional help of Compass super agent Melene Thompson.
Absolutely fantastic in every way. She far exceeded our expectations. She even worked in the yard to clean up the yard to make it look nicer. She's become like a friend.
I had the feeling that she really cared about us and about us connecting to this new community.
My clients become my dear friends. And so as I continue to grow in my career, I'm going to have the most robust set of friends for the rest of my life.
Melene sold that beautiful Tudor revival 2 years ago for $650,000. It's completely redone. It's 3,400 square feet. And if it hit the market today with all the remodeling and landscaping, Melene said she would list it for about $1 million. Erin, I absolutely love that house. I can't believe those tiles are so expensive.
And that tree, that oak tree.
Oh, I know. There's a lot of history at that place.
For sure. All right. Well, we are island hopping now from Whidbey Island to Lummi Island.
Yeah, there's another Loveable listing in this unique area right off the coast of Bellingham, and nobody knows this area more than Compass broker Heather Taylor. You're in good hands with her and her team. When it comes to listings in Whatcom County or any other property in Western Washington, Compass broker Heather Taylor and her team have you covered.
What's unique about us compared to a lot of other teams in the Pacific Northwest is we have our own territory. Sterling does King County, Snohomish County. That's his expertise. Karen with Skagit Valley, Anacortes, that's her expertise, and me in Whatcom County. In addition, we're all born and raised in Seattle. We're from this area, so this is our home. So we know everything in this whole area of the Pacific Northwest.
Team Heather treat their clients like family because her team is family. Her husband is a showing agent. Her sister is an administrator for the team. And her son Sterling, a top-notch broker.
You know, not a lot of family businesses can be such a joy. You hear about not mixing business with family or business with pleasure, but my mother and I get along great.
I'm proud of him because how professional and involved he is with every client. He cares.
I love working on this team. Heather is the best leader, and Sterling is great because he brings all the young energy into the team.
Here in their Compass Bellevue office, this group is always flying high, learning more about their trade every day, and making sure everyone is successful. That's the Compass way.
The cool thing about Compass is we have a whole referral network all over the entire country of agents. So we collaborate with our clients that maybe are selling and they're moving to Colorado or they're moving to New York or vice versa. We get a call from an agent that says, I have somebody that's buying, relocating to Washington.
Heather loves putting deals together. Her latest sale, this 3-bedroom, 3-bath stunner. She just sold it for $1,550,000 on Lummi Island.
It looks straight out to Mount Baker and the Bay and Bellingham. So it's just a beautiful scenic spot. But the thing about Lummi Island is it's very private, and the people that choose to purchase there is because they want that serenity.
And when it comes to gorgeous Anacortes, Karen, Durham is dynamite.
It's a community of about 17,000, so it's a small seaside town. You can afford to live near the water or with a water view for the same price that you might just get an average family home for in King County.
Team Heather are experts in Western Washington. Sterling's forte, the Emerald City, and beyond.
Seattle, you definitely have quite the variety. You have your highs and your lows. You have condos. For example, I have a condo listed right now at $370,000, but then I have a listing coming up that's going to be $3 million. So there's a wide variety in those two units. That the home and the condo are only a mile and a half apart.
Sterling just sold this beauty in Sammamish for $1,485,000. A perfect example of what you might find there.
4-bed, 2.5 bath. It was only about 2,200 square feet, but it had this magnificent backyard, great entertaining space.
This talented team puts a smile on every transaction. Their clients are always front and center.
Hands down the best part of the profession. That day, closing day, when you get to meet your buyer, hand them the keys, or you get to call your seller up and say, hey, we just closed. And just hearing the joy, in their voice, or seeing that smile when you hand over those keys, that makes it.
I am in the business because it really feels good to help people with one of the most important decisions of their life.
So it doesn't matter what the price point is. We have a luxury brand that delivers that type of service, and the quality of the agents are very experienced, very professional, and they have tenure. So that makes Compass as a whole a level up, essentially.
Heather Taylor's team are experts with real estate from the Canadian border to King County, especially waterfront. In 2022, they did $35 million in sales volume, and this year could even be better. Heather is all about finding the right home for you, where you want to live and play, as they call it, lifestyle property living. Man, I wish we could get to Lummi Island more often. I've been up there a few times. It's absolutely stunning.
We need to take more vacation time instead of working all the time because I want to enjoy that tranquility.
Oh yeah, and how about Heather Taylor's team? Man, they got it going on.
Look at the size of these windows.
Coming up on Loveable Listings, a bite of the Big Apple, the New York City property that almost feels like a religious experience. Plus,
so now you tell me we're heading closer to the jungle?
Yes, this one is a beautiful gated 4-acre estate in Haiku.
we head to Hawaii and swing from the trees for the perfect Loveable listing. We'll be right back.
If you have a home, you probably noticed that no matter how often you clean your carpet, dirt, dust, and grime start to collect deep down in the fibers. And although you vacuum often, you can tell the carpet just doesn't look and feel like it used to. It feels like you're walking on a crunchy, dirt-filled mess. When you call the experts at Zero Res in almost zero time, you can enjoy carpets that stay cleaner, longer, without dirt-attracting residue. Schedule your appointment with the experts at Zero Res, and we'll do the dirty work for you. Zero Res, a smarter, lasting clean.
Welcome back to Loveable Listings. I'm Gaard Swanson.
And I'm Erin Mayovsky. One thing we love about this show is meeting all the wonderful agents who are passionate about selling their unique properties.
That's right. These Compass agents really love what they do. In fact, there's one New York City agent who religiously loves real estate, and he has the church conversion to prove it.
Hey Gaard, hey Erin, it's Sean. I'm down at the Abbey, a beautiful 32-unit condominium. This condominium was actually originally the parish house for the St. George Cathedral next door. It was converted into 32 beautiful condominiums in 2005. Why don't you come with me and we'll go have a look at Unit 4A. As you'll notice, the developer really did everything he could to keep the original architectural details of the parish house. What's crazy about it is the church was first built, and then there was a little small church here. And J.P. Morgan bought the land for $1 and conveyed it to the church. And they built this beautiful parish house. Welcome to the beautiful apartment 4A. You can see no detail was overlooked. They kept the original beams from the parish house, one in the bathroom, one over here, and our owner even lit it up to show it off. So it's a 2-bed, 2.5 bath unit that has 1,892 square feet of living space. The price is $3.55 million. This building has had some famous names in it. We had John Mayer living here 1 floor up. We had Jessica Simpson, who moved in with him, and when she moved in with him, her sister Ashley decided to rent a unit on the bottom floor. So we had 3 all at one time. So this living area is the ultimate entertaining space. You have a kitchen right overlooking this beautiful area. Look at the size of these windows. They're south-facing, looking directly onto 16th Street, and you get more sunlight in this room than I've seen in any other apartment of its type. You have a glass lit stairway that goes up to the 2nd level, which you can use as a completely secluded 2nd bedroom. We'll go up there in a minute. If you follow me, we'll go into the 1st bedroom. So this owner uses this as his primary suite. You can see the south-facing and eastern-facing out to the original church. So this bathroom was previously redone, and they did it in this beautiful marble tile. A bath with a jacuzzi, and there's actually a Bluetooth speaker in the sink where you can play your music and listen while you're having a relaxing bath. Okay, follow me, we'll have a look at the kitchen. This whole suite is equipped with Miele appliances, which are top of the line. You can see a beautiful paneled refrigerator. It has an induction range, which is very in demand these days. Welcome to the beautiful 2nd bedroom. What's amazing about this space is it's incredibly flexible. You have these doors that overlook and act like a true loft, which you can totally close for complete privacy. These privacy shades come all the way down and you're in a full blackout. So our current owner uses this as a flex space, but you could have another full king-size bed in this space and a desk back here for a beautiful work area. There's also another bathroom up here, including a washer dryer, another Bluetooth speaker-enabled sink, and a jet tub. So where else in the United States can you live where you're actually in a parish house and you show people, you're like, that's where I live, and they're like, what? We've shown it to people of other faiths, including Jewish people, who've really liked the apartment and said, I'm just not sure my mother would let me live in this church. Thank you for viewing this incredible apartment with me. Think of all the entertaining possibilities. I mean, this place is perfect, whether it's a Saturday night or a holiday.
Again, that condo is one of 32 in the church conversion. It's 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. It's nearly 1,900 square feet, and it's on the market for just over $3.5 million. Man, I can't believe that. And the stories that place could tell, right? Exactly.
I would do a luxury vinyl plank.
Coming up, meet the sisters from Unsellable Houses. They share some secrets when it comes to the perfect floors.
We've got orange, we've got yellow.
And from the floors to the walls, the DIY tips that could make a world of difference. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Loveable Listings. I'm Gaard Swanson.
And I'm Erin Mayovsky. Gaard, there are few people that know we love to flip homes. I mean, I love doing that work. We've been doing it for so long, and one of the most recent was on Queen Anne.
Yeah, that was a monster project, but we got a little help from one of HGTV's biggest stars. Lindsay Lamb and Leslie Davis. They're the local ladies from Snohomish and the hosts of Unsellable Houses. My team did a lot of demo on this flip here, knocking down walls and ripping up old floors. So I invited the ladies over for a few tips when it came to what kind of hardwood we should put down in the main living area. Turns out, these ladies are a hoot, and they really know their stuff.
It looks like the only thing you have left is the floor and the fireplace.
That's it.
Everything else came out?
Yeah, everything came out. Of course, we're leaving the studs. We've got a little bit of construction here. But what would you recommend for these floors?
Oh man, I think that anytime you can keep original floors, it's amazing. But you've done a lot of reworking, it looks like here.
Yeah.
And they're in rough shape.
All right, here's the kitchen right here.
Yeah.
I know you don't know the cabinet layout yet, but what would you suggest here? Should it be 2 different kind of floors here from Great Floors?
I mean, honestly, Great Floors can do anything. Yeah. But, I mean, Les and I, we always kind of butt heads on this. She loves a consistent floor.
Wait a second, you guys don't butt heads.
Occasionally. I like consistent floors because I feel like when you have smaller square footage, it makes it feel bigger. No transitions make your space feel larger.
Oh, that's good.
So if you have one consistent floor, I mean, it brings your whole eye through. So I'm gonna always push one straight floor.
And she doesn't even like doing transitions from, you know, the hallway into the bedrooms. She keeps them all nice and straight and flat.
I'm simple. I'm the simple one. Now let's go to complex and confusing and really distracting.
I'm sorry, you're talking to the designer?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You guys ever argue?
Never. Are you kidding? Never. We're not like a married couple for 40 years.
So I would do a luxury vinyl plank, and then I would transition to a really fun tile porcelain floor to add some style and really tie in whatever that design is you're doing. Because the luxury vinyl plank floor will add design and an element of whatever the style is you're going for, but you can sell a style with a tile.
Gotcha. And will you guys finish this project for me?
Oh gosh, my phone.
Ladies, don't go anywhere. Okay, Lindsay and Leslie didn't really want to help finish the project, but we decided to go with Leslie's idea of one continuous look, and it turned out spectacular. A light-colored wide plank reveal was money. It really opened up the space visually and really helped make the place pop. Every single square foot of hardwood floor was gorgeous, and it really helped sell the house. Leslie and Lindsay were super helpful and really cool. And right now they're in the middle of their 4th season on HGTV.
Wow, you gotta love that. Well, it's time to switch things up just a little bit and travel to a homeowner's paradise. Yeah, we're heading to Hawaii. We found a property where you can swing from the trees in a beautiful, serene gated estate. All right, Chelsea, we've been hanging out for several weeks now. You showed me some amazing properties, and now you tell me we're heading closer to the jungle?
Yes, this one is a beautiful gated 4-acre estate in Haiku. 917 Hogback Road, listed for $4.2 million. There's a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath main house and a completely separate detached ohana of 1,100 square feet. There's even a private little yoga shala.
Ooh, people would love that. And I know you probably have a special interest in this property because you live around there.
I do. I live right up the road.
How easy is it just to live a little bit off the beaten path?
It's great because in that particular area of Haiku, you still get the ocean views and the drier climate while still having that lush jungle privacy. This particular property really is Hawaiiana meets new modern meets lush privacy in the jungle.
Gorgeous. So Chelsea, why is this particular property an island gem?
It was completely redone in 2019. So everything from the high ceilings, the eucalyptus wood floors, everything's been thoughtfully redone.
More traditional?
Yeah, it definitely has more of the Hawaiian environment brought into the property. The high ceilings bring lots of natural light, and there's top-end Bosch stainless steel kitchen appliances. Even outside, it continues. There's mature lychee trees and rainbow eucalyptus trees.
Wow.
Wonderful fresh airflow from the Pacific through the gulch that's right next to the property, flows all throughout the property. It's just privacy galore. Relax in the separate, idyllic yoga building, or use it as a gym, a surfboard room, office, gardening center. It's up to you.
Okay, Chelsea, I'm off balance. What is this pose?
This is tree pose.
Tree pose here on the beach. It feels so good and cool and relaxing. The best part about being with Compass here is that you get to have listings like this last one. How much? Slap it on me.
$4.2 million. The main house is 3,264 square feet for the 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. And then there's also the detached ohana of a little bit over 1,100 square feet.
You've had some great properties to show us, and we're so glad we met you here. Compass is gonna lead me to Maui.
Actually, this is how we do it here.
Oh, that's how we do it. Should we head off into the ocean?
Let's do it.
Okay. Sold. I just need to make a few more bucks so I can live on island time.
And you know what? I learned a lot. I didn't realize there are so many cool properties off the waterfront, right?
For sure, all the way up in the hills.
Yeah. Loveable Listings will be right back after this.
everyone. Welcome back to Loveable Listings. We have John, our DIY project guy here.
Yeah, and our cameraman. You do just about everything. So let's see. Let's backtrack for a second. So the very first show, you redid your basement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you showed us where to shop and buy cool bitches stuff.
Yep.
And then last week you were hanging some doors.
Yep.
Now what?
Well, you know what? I have a very understanding wife who goes along with all my crazy design ideas, and she wanted to turn with the stairwell that goes down to the basement. Take a look. It's nuts.
Today, this staircase is receiving a psychedelic makeover with help from It's Fine Construction. It's Fine Construction is a completely fictional contracting firm that's actually my wife and her friends when they do projects together. This paint color was everywhere in our house when we bought it.
Do you remember painting the kitchen and how awful that was?
I mean, it wasn't awful until we realized what color it was.
Take a look at this photo. The new paint is white. The other color is
Beige, and it's not even beige because it's got a really green undertone. And the more you look at it, the more terrible it looks. So it's gotta go.
This is the only beige left in the house, and it certainly doesn't go with the bar at the base of the stairs. We're saying bye-bye to beige in spectacular fashion. Evelyn is the artist of the bunch and running the show today.
So I'm totally ready for this makeover. I hope you don't mind, but I ripped out that nasty blue carpet and I replaced it with, just painted it brown. I think it'll kind of disappear, but what's your vision for this?
Okay, so I have a really good idea for how we're gonna do the staircase. Psychedelic album cover. We're going with a lot of 70s tones. So we've got orange, we've got yellow, we've got brown, a little bit of a fantastic avocado. My hope is that we're gonna bring a lot of iconic imagery of that time. So we're talking mushrooms and flowers and bubbles and we got a really cool van stripe going up. I'm super excited.
I'd like to leave the door as is, so it kind of just looks like it's like floating there in the ether. Can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I will be going and doing the outline, and then I'm gonna have our lovely teammates help us out by filling in basically like a giant coloring book.
Okay, I can handle that.
Yeah, we're gonna probably start with our lightest colors and work to our darkest, just so that if there's any adjustments as we go, we can address those.
I gotta say, this project had me a little out of my comfort zone. I've actually never painted cartoon mushrooms before. Taylor is pretty new to DIY house stuff and says trying new things is really exciting.
Today we're gonna be doing some painting.
How do you feel about it?
I'm a little nervous, but I have all the unearned confidence you could ever need.
Yeah, there you go, right around the edge of that flower. And that's okay, because I'll go over it with a dark color and straighten your line out later.
I mean,
This crew says if you try your best and you bring good vibes, it'll probably work out fine. And you know, some yellow here, avocado there, and this stairway was transformed. A fine job, for sure.
Well, you all did such a fantastic job. It really looks great. What do you think, Evelyn?
I'm really thrilled with how it turned out. It was a lot of work. We've been going all day, but I think that it's absolutely, the proof is in the pudding here. It looks perfect.
Taylor, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is the glasses on the lady head and
cool.
the bubble letters.
Love that. Kelly, no more beige. How do you feel?
I mean, this is a healthy improvement.
Yeah, I think it's very healthy indeed. Hey, great job. Group high five. Woo! Yeah! So I'm just thrilled with the way it came out. I think it's a perfect transition from the kitchen down to the basement, but what do you think for resale?
Resale? I don't know, Erin. I kind of like it. You never want to touch something that cool.
And plus, they can see the behind the scenes because we're showing the story.
That's it.
That makes sense.
Nice work, John. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Thank you so much for watching Loveable Listings.
See you next week.